Alrighty, guys. So I want to talk to you guys about Rogers, and let's get into it. So we all know how Rogers works. He's a great commander, but he does have a lot of flaws, and we're going to go into them. So his Tyrant cometh. We all know how it works, but if you're a new player, let's explain it. It activates on stack number 2, not 1. 2. All your offensive jewels, such as Gemini, will be negated, and you will not attack until a full rotation. Okay? You will not attack until stack number 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1 attack, and then it goes back to stack number 2. Then you will attack. It'll be a guaranteed hit, and when fully maxed, it'll be 240% extra damage. The skill's 4% per level, so yeah, it's gonna hit very hard. This is his main source of damage. Regular or any in all Rogers will not run any kind of offensive gear. This is just in there because it can be. That's why. I don't have another barrier. See, if I did, I'd put it in there. So let's go over to his offensive stance. His offensive stance is what makes him so overpowered. 80% activation, but it scales by 0.5% per level. So when fully maxed, it scales 30%. Okay? If it activates on stack number 1, all incoming damage will be reduced by 30% when maxed. Then it activates stack number 2, because it's 80% activation, so someone's guaranteed to go off. Okay? 80% activation. Okay, so someone's guaranteed to go off. That means on stack number 2, it activates again. That's 60% of all incoming damage gone. Then if it activates on stack number 3, again, all incoming damage gone by 90%. Then it activates on the 4th one, 120% of all incoming damage, which is over the 100% cap. All incoming damage will be blocked, period. Then if it activates again on stack number 5 and 6, that's just the bonus, in case it doesn't activate again on stack number 1 or 2. So if he activates on all his stacks, that's just mostly a backup for him to still activate. Now, for all those people thinking that Lilith is a good countermeasure against him, Lilith, Robin, and all that, to that I say go back and watch Melt's video and watch what gear and Jules is running. If you're maining a Rogers, you're not going to run Libra on him. You're going to run Cancer and Aquarius Jules. Those are the 2 jewels you're going to run on him. You're not going to run Libra. You're not going to run Gemini. You're not going to run anything else. Cancer and Aquarius. You go back and watch that video, he was running Libra on him. So I feel like that's just not a good example of what a good Rogers would be run like. And I wouldn't put too much trust in it. Like I always tell you guys, take my videos, his videos, all videos with a grain of salt. Watch mine, watch his, make your own opinion. Okay? Also, it also depends who goes first. If a Rogers, which is rarely going to be used offensively, goes second, and then he's going to get effed up by a Lilith or something else. Potentially, because their skills, their activation is not as high as his. If he goes first against a newly buffed Robin, which has 6%, doesn't matter, because let's go over to the Explorer. Because I need to show you guys this before you guys start thinking that he's actually weak or something. Let's just do this. So if it activates on stack number 1, okay, then the enemy's stack number 1, well, you will go first, so defensive stance will go up. It's 80%. Then he will go and he'll negate your activation, but guess what? You're already activated, so he's not going to gain anything. And then your stack number 2 goes, then his stack number 2, then your stack number 3, then his stack number 3. Then no matter what happens there, you will win. Like it's stupid how it works. Like no matter what, a Robin or whoever's trying to counter a Rogers has to go first. And here's the thing: nobody ever used a Rogers offensively. You can in the early game, but you're not really gonna do it. I mean, no one's gonna truly main a Rogers to like 100k lead because there's no point, and I'm gonna get into that. Actually, I'll get into it right now. No one's gonna main a Rogers into 100 million leadership because a Rogers requires full stacks of troops. Doesn't matter what, T9, T10, T11, whatever. He requires full stacks on every stack. You've seen what happens when you send mixed troops against a Hoodoo. No one's ever going to risk that again. We learned our lesson. If you haven't, you're going to learn an expensive lesson in a few days. So you send full stacks of whatever it is you're going to send. You don't send mixed troops anymore. You send either full T2s, full T7s, full T9s, something. So he is costly as can be. Compared to a Stella, Stella only needs one stack. Compared to a Golem, he can only use one stack. Compared to a Hoodoo, he can one stack bust. I mean, all these commanders can one stack bust except for Rogers. He requires full stacks. And that's what makes him so costly and so ineffective at super high leaderships. I keep mine at 10k lead. And I would just like to point out one thing. In my server, we've already have Plasma. Plasma has already come out of my server. See? But literally nobody in my server runs Plasma. I wish you could scout these guys, but they might take it as a sign of war. But trust me when I tell you, nobody in my server runs Plasma. Why? Simple. Because there's a lot of people in my server that run Rogers. You might be thinking, well, what about a battle Plasma? Well, at that point, that Plasma would have to be your main. Like, you would have to give him your best gear. Okay? And then, only then, would he actually be able to do something to my Rogers. I don't use my Rogers offensively, so I'm not going to attack into somebody with a Rogers. I'm going to use him defensively. So, again, my stack number 1 will go. I'll get an 80% activation skill, which reduces all incoming damage by 30% right away. Your Plasma might hit me, because I'm most likely going to run a dodge Plasma. So, you might miss. Okay, if your jewels activate, you're going to hit me. Sure, a little hard. But, again, I'm going to go first. Second stack, 60% of all incoming damage. Third stack, we're at 90%. So your battle Plasma, if he fights a really good Rogers, you're gonna get effed up. It's almost guaranteed. And it's proven by my server now when running a freaking Plasma. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Hoodoo. If I fight any brawler type commander, like if I fight the Hoodoo does a lot of poke, but for the most part, my Rogers can take him. If I fight, say, a Galileo, I can take him. If I fight Chief, he can kind of poke me down a little much, and he can almost F me up. The commanders that can really F up Rogers is Golem, Stella, Raymond, and Blader. On equal footing, those commanders will F up a Rogers. Stella and Golem will F up your back row. Straight up. Will just murder your back row. Your front row, because it has a front row dodge, might be a little okay. A Golem won't care. He can F you up, period. He can murder your back row, murder your front row. He don't care. It all depends on his activations. Let's go over to Raymond and Blader. Same thing. They can murder your back row, but they can also just straight up murder your front row. It's scary. It really is scary. They can F up a Rogers. Can they take on Golem? Sometimes. It really depends. But they will definitely F up a Rogers. Now you might be thinking, well, what about Hoodoo? Well, a Hoodoo will have to massively out-leadership Rogers to one-shot him, and then go off like he does. But in a fair fight, Hoodoo's going to lose. Let's go over his gear. Now, this is the setup that actually made me a server boss, but with a Shadera, with this chest piece. In the early game, you get him early on. A Gale is a great. It's a great pair of boots, but the number one is definitely Nixar, because it gives you defense and HP. Well, sorry, defense and dodge. Use a lot of dodge and a little extra defense, which is the whole point of Rogers. His troops need to survive, because no matter what, he needs 4 full stacks. Not full stacks, but he needs 4 stacks of troops to live long enough for his defense stance to go off and him to become immune. Chestplate. Black Knight works just fine. Very cheap chestplate, but very good on him. Defense and HP there. Creator chestplate. Also very good. Kind of expensive, but there you go. Dual barriers. Every time. As soon as I get another barrier, he's getting it. I ran out of barriers so I can make my APOC call. So, yeah. As soon as I get another one, he's getting it. Headpiece. Dodge headpiece. Why? Because dodge headpiece. Number 6 works very good for him. Why? Crits. Airships have a stupid amount of crit period. So, I don't have to worry about that. Minus accuracy. Rogers doesn't care about accuracy. He's running dual barriers. Like, this is a guaranteed hit. Okay? He doesn't care about accuracy. Awakening, he's one of the commanders that doesn't care about the Awakening. Other than to feed him leadership, it doesn't matter. Okay? The Awakening is not going to hit anything either way. So there's no point of getting him an S-Class unless you want to feed him leadership. But I stop at 10k. That's all the leadership he needs. I mean, at 8k leadership, he was able to take on level 20 monster. So, yeah, trust me, he's set. It all depends on the plasmas you're fighting, but I'm not fighting that huge plasmas. Nobody in my server runs plasma because, again, we will fuck it up. Now, let's talk about Forged level 21. That's when you really get really tanky. Nixar pants, obviously. Chestplate could be Tyrant or Creator. I mean, it's really up to you. I would prefer the Black Knight, that's just me. Because then you can make him your second best commander and use him for 2 suppression, like I do. Or you can just target Tyrant. Doesn't really matter. Dual barrier still. You can't beat the dual barrier. And a Valkyrie headpiece. If you're a 4 ship level 21. But here's the good thing about Rogers actually. You can run the Nixar and you can main a Ghost Mask. It's part of your everyday build. So with commanders, we all have our everyday builds. We have our specialized builds for like monsters, fighting infantry, stuff like that. But part of his everyday build can be a Ghost Mask. It won't stop him, period, from getting strength and weaken, but it will make it a little harder. On top of an APOC haul, that's gonna make him pretty hard to just strength and weaken flat out. You know, and it can be part of his daily set. So him getting caught out can be pretty hard. Let's see, we talked over his gear. Let's talk over his jewels. That's one of the cool things about Rogers. Star Jewel Handbook. Here we go. So where's the Cancer at? Found the Cancer. So Cancer, if you can get them, get these jewels first. Not Gemini, not Sagittarius, not anything else. Cancer. Why Cancer? If it activates, period, on any stack, all your stacks get 100% extra defense. So on top of how tanky he already is with dual barriers, Nixar pants, Tyrant, whatever, on top of all that, he can still get another 100% defense from this jewel set, making his troops live longer and giving him higher chances of his defensive stance going up. His second jewel set, as you start to move towards tanky with the Valkyrie headpiece, you kind of lose some dodge, but you can make up with it with this. 40% chance to trigger and decrease the accuracy of all enemy forces by 100% until next action. Can stack. The can stack part is the important part. What does that mean? It means that if you have 500% accuracy, this will decrease it by 100% to 400% accuracy. And it can stack, so that can potentially decrease it even more. And when you sacrifice a little bit of dodge for that Valkyrie headpiece, the HP headpiece, you can make up with it with this jewel, which is really cool. Don't run anything else. Cancer and Aquarius, that's what you want if you're really going to main one. Second best you can run Libra, doesn't really matter. But yeah, there you go. Cancer and Aquarius. You're not going to run a Libra like you see in Melt's video. Like you're not going to do that. If you're seriously maining Rogers, yeah. So when everybody's telling me like, well, Lilith can take him on, fuck no, he can't. Not with those jewels. And on equal footing again, if he goes first, you're effed. You never use a Rogers offensively. Well, you can, but I wouldn't risk it. And after a while, you learn who's who in your server and what they run. So if someone's running a Lilith, just saying, don't attack into them's defense, like defend against them, and you'll freaking F them up every time. Trust me. So we talked about his jewels, talked about his skills, talked about his gear. I feel like we covered everything. We covered how expensive he is, and let me show you guys a quick battle. Let's pick him. F it. So in Ace, Rogers is a good going first commander. Nale Ray, bam. See, a Dodge Rogers. This is Dodge Rogers. He dodges stuff. He still doesn't have his caster jewels up because I just barely put his chest plate on. I need to give him all new jewels. Oh, snap. Is he gonna hurt? Is he gonna hurt? Haha, you can't hurt if you don't land a hit. Alright, we won. See, look at that. And we did. Oh, yeah, we did. Haha, you suck. Instinct. Ooh, damn. Damn. You did what you could, buddy. Then I have another reset just in case. Oh yeah, for those wondering, he's still glitched. Oh wow, he actually landed that. And tear suppression. Yep. Come on. But you guys saw that he was out leadership there, and he still came out on top like a champ. Bam. Ooh, I'm dead. He has tear suppression. I'm dead. Yep. Called it. Oh well, there you go. You guys saw how Rogers does in the battle. If you can't hit him, he's safe. And if you do hit him, he has so much defense that he will gonna live. Downside is you can pick him off. You go back and watch my Stella video, and you guys will see multiple replays there where you can pick troops off on a Rogers. If you go back and watch my video why rallies are important video, what we did there in that rally, you can actually do by yourself against Rogers. Because again, Rogers has no accuracy. So you can one stack bust him in slot 1, go second, and you're most likely to survive. If he does activate his Tyrant, he still has to wait an entire turn for it to go through. So just wear a little bit of dodge, and you will F up a Rogers every time. Just one stack bust, poking away his troops. So if you're main Rogers, don't ever set auto defend with T9 or anything else. Because if you're like me or my friends, we will F up your Rogers. If you have a T11 auto defend, we will one stack bust with bullets in slot 1 over and over and over again. We will F up your Rogers. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. It's messed up. But he's great commander, but he has a lot of weaknesses, and he can easily be exploited if you know what you're doing. Stella can F him up. X can really F him up too. Again, Golem, Blader, Rayman, Hoodoo can pretty well too if he knows what he's doing. Like one stack bust again, just poke him down with one slot busts, and yeah, they'll fight. You'll get the kill, but guess what? He killed your troops. A commander will heal in, I don't know, 5 hours. He'll lose nothing except for a little bit of farm, and meanwhile you lost like T10 whatever. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny how easily he can get effed up. But there you go, guys. I hope this video helps you guys out. You guys learn a thing or two about Rogers. Again, with the whole Lilith Robin bullshit, as long as he goes first, he's gonna win. That's how it works. You guys stand no chance. Like Lilith and Robin only block the front row, which means his back row will still activate. And if you don't activate on every single one of his stacks in the front, there's a very high possibility he will activate. Because again, 80% activation on his stuff. So unless you are 100% accurate on his front row, there's still a chance he's going to go full immune and F you up if he's running a good Rogers with Cancer and Aquarius Jewels. Okay? Don't be fooled by this advertisement, if you will. A Rogers is still pretty scary, but just go with the freaking Stella. If you really want to F up a Rogers, just go with the Stella. Okay? I don't even know why you guys would try to overcome a Rogers Rogers mostly a second best commander. He's not. He usually never main a Rogers, like main a Rogers. Again, he's very expensive. Requires full stacks of everything. Like if you send mixed troops, a hoodoo will f you up. I don't know how many videos you guys want to see about that. But we've seen them. We've seen people lose tons of money. Okay, there you go. Have a nice video. Well, sorry, what? I confused you with myself. Have a nice night.